Hey guys, I have not been on in forever and a day. Um, as you can see, right now I'm outside because I want to do something, and I'm really hoping I don't get shit for this. Shit happens, so I probably will. You can hear my dogs barking; they're not happy that I'm outside without them. But of course, I just spent like the last 20 minutes out here feeding them treats whenever they would bark when I told them to. So I'm all good. It's not as dark outside as it looks. What the fuck? What just happened? Oh, my iPod. Okay. Well, let's change this. No. Hey, you can see me a little bit better this way. Alright, so this is. I'm sitting on the ground. So there's something I want to do. It's kind of obvious right now, but I'm wearing a dog collar. And it has a little H and wire, and I made it. I like it. Actually, I like it a lot. There are reasons for this I will probably explain in later videos, but not right now. Oh yeah, I came out here with a reason. I didn't want this video to be too long, probably less than 4 minutes is what I'm aiming for, because all I'm actually going to be doing is howling for you guys. I am going to howl. I guess this will kind of be a tutorial on how to howl. Sorry, I got distracted. There's a bunny rabbit over there, and I want to chase it desperately. But that's okay. We can wait. Alright, so the first thing is, when you're trying to howl, worst thing you can do, if you don't know how to do it first, is try to bark. Yeah, because barking doesn't really work, especially if you have a shitty bark. Like, I don't bark too well, but I can bark. That's they heard me say bark and now they're barking. That's cool. I mean, that what I was doing earlier was working. Anyway, so barking, it's really easy. It's a throat thing. It's from the chest to the throat and out, and you have to. It's like really forceful air is the way I describe it. So, and it kind of shits up your throat a little bit. It makes it harder to growl, which I will do a tutorial on later. Is my growling because I actually have a pretty decent growl when I'm good and ready to have one. Or when I'm fighting with my dogs, then I can growl really good. But back to the howling, which is my favorite thing in the fucking world to do, especially at night when there are bonfires, because that's just like perfect setting for this. Howling. Even if you can't sing, you can howl. If you can sing and you can't howl, then dude, there's something fucking wrong with you. But howling is easier than you'd think it is, but it's hard to explain. Think of when a wolf howls. You know how a lot of times you'll see them put their head up. They don't always do that. I tend to, just because if you straighten out, it makes it easier to do. So I guess I'm gonna howl for you guys and then try to explain how I do it. I added a bark in there for you guys, just for the people who think that barking before you howl is kind of traditional. It's not really, especially not the kind of howls that I like doing. If you're doing a rally howl, then bark. But if you're doing a locating howl or a defensive howl, then don't do it, because that's not what it's for. If you're doing, I should explain what the different types of howls are. Right, so rally howl is what a wolf pack would use if they're trying to get everyone to meet somewhere, and that's the one where you bark. So it's like, and usually it stays higher pitched just because the sound kind of carries better that way. But a defensive howl is kind of lower, but it's more threatening. So a lot of times they'll just be like, it's more of a thing that they do to mark their borders. That's how wolf packs know where they are and how to stay away from each other. Because if you're within range of a howl, you know where to stay away from, because wolves know where to find the source of howling, which is pretty fucking awesome if you ask me. Next thing. What was the other one I said? Locator howl. That's, especially if you're a younger wolf and you get separated from your pack, that's what you would do. Or if you're an older wolf can get separated from your pack. Pretty much, if you get separated from your pack, this is what you do. Or if you're trying to find a pack, or if you're trying to find your pups, or if your pups are trying to find you, this is what happens. A lot of times they'll sound kind of sad. That's because they are wolves are pack animals, so when they're separated from the pack and they're not bachelors or roaming wolves, or in an area where there are no wolves, a lot of times they'll just be like, when you see a shit-faced person who's that kid at the club who all their friends wandered away and now they know no one, this is kind of, that's the idea behind it. So, one more time, let me go through these. Alright, so, rally howl. Defensive howl. And locator howl. That is my video on howling. Yeah. Alright, I kind of have to, it's hard to say how you do it. It's just, and you have to go down an octave because wolves will change the pitch of their howls to make it seem like there are more than there are in a pack because strength in numbers. Anyways, that's my tutorial on howling. I love you guys. Bye, Tubies. If anyone actually sees this video, I love you guys. Don't think I'm crazy. Oh, this is longer than I thought. Anyway, mwah. Bye.